Hey there, today I'm going to be making some pickles and I'm going to be using this really big jar that I got from my manager Tom. He was into pickling as well until I came along. I've gone to the supermarket yesterday and picked up a bunch of these cucumbers and they're not too long. They're going to fit in this jar like really well. I'm planning on like sticking them long ways. I think that'll work really well. But these cucumbers are Japanese cucumbers because I'm currently in Japan, so some of these ingredients were a little bit harder for me to find. My first batch I made with like normal white vinegar that I got from one of the international food stores in town, but my manager Tom recommended I should try some rice vinegar, and this is the non-sweet kind. So I bought 3 big bottles, 1.8 litre bottles, because that jar is a 5-litre jar, and I don't know how much I'm gonna need. It's more going to be like a kind of gonna wing it. We're gonna see. So first I'm just gonna start off by washing my cucumbers. I bought 30 yesterday, so let's get washing. Just wash my pickles. Now what I'm gonna do is just slice the ends off each pickle, and then I'll probably just slice them down the middle as well. I want to keep these ones nice and long. My other ones I've been cutting a lot shorter because I've been using smaller jars. Now that I have this really big jar, it's time for some big pickles. While I prepare the cucumbers, what I'll also do is I'm gonna get my jar ready and I'm gonna put some cold water in this to sort of sterilize the whole jar because it hasn't been used in a little while. So normally you would fill up the jar with like lots of hot water, but this is a big jar and I don't have a jug big enough. So I'm just gonna like swish the hot water around on the inside, just to get it nice and sterile. Well, sterile enough for me. I'm not too fussed. I'm gonna be eating all of these pickles, I hope. So now I'm gonna prepare the pickling brine. I'm probably gonna use 2 of the bottles of vinegar here. I'm happy to save the other bottle for some more pickles another time. But I've got this nice big pan. It's humongous. Perfect size. I wanna boil my vinegar, get it nice and hot. I'm gonna get the hottest flame, not that one. The hottest flame on my stove going, and I'm just gonna crack my vinegar. Pour that straight in. Alright, second bottle going in. Just gonna get that nice and hot. I want like bubbles to be on the bottom. Yeah, oh my gosh, there's vinegar going everywhere. I'm gonna add some salt. This is just some salt that was in the kitchen. I don't know whose it is, but I'm gonna use it anyway. 1, 2, 3, 4, oh my god, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I'm just gonna let it pour in a little bit more. Yeah, that should be enough. I think so. I'm also gonna put some sugar in. That's getting really fragrant. So I've done like 12-ish. Salt tablespoons, maybe like 1. Whoop. Wow, that's not gonna work. I'm just gonna pour some salt in. I mean some sugar. I'm just gonna pour some sugar in. That should be enough. So just a nice sprinkle. So with my pickling spice as well, I was lucky enough to find just these little jars in Japan. It's sometimes hard to get a lot of spices. I couldn't find any dill. That was the only thing I couldn't find. You can't, like fresh herbs are really hard to find in Japan as well, but this is absolutely perfect. I can see maybe bay leaves, I can see coriander seeds, mustard seeds, cloves, and like some chili skin in there as well. Some cinnamon and something else I can't recognize. I'm just gonna throw a bunch of this in. I'll probably do 2. Oh, I think 1 of these will be enough. That's like heaps in there at the moment. Oh, there's cardamom pods in there too. There's 2 cardamom pods in there. I'm also gonna put a bunch of garlic in. I'm just gonna crush a bunch of cloves. I'm probably gonna use the whole thing. So this is definitely the exciting part. I'm gonna get really close to move my pickles over, my cucumbers, and I'm gonna start putting them in the jar. I want them all to sit up as well. Oh, that was the one I was eating. Someone's gonna get a lucky half-eaten pickle in there. That's alright, I made it, so it's just like a special touch. So I can hear the vinegar starting to work its magic. It's smelling really strong. I want to get the salt and sugar crystals nice and dissolved in the pan. I think I've got enough cucumber now in my jar, and then I'm left with 1 cucumber left. I don't know what I'll save this for, but probably lunch. I don't know. Anyways, vinegar's starting to bubble. Just gotta wait for this to bubble, and then we're gonna get it into the jar. I think it's just about time to pour that vinegar in. It's bubbling. There's a lot of like steam coming off it, so I'm gonna turn it off. The handles are really hot, so I'm gonna have to get some tea towels. I'm just gonna straight up pour this in, so. Alright. I kind of love the smell of vinegar. Okay, here we go. Let's see. Oh yeah. So it's filling it up. I don't know where I'm gonna stop, to be honest. Maybe there. Because I don't want a full vinegar mixture. I want maybe 2/3 vinegar, maybe a little bit more. Okay, because I like it nice and sour. Woo. So that's vinegar mixture in there. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to get some hot water and put some hot water on the top there. I definitely don't have a measuring cup in this house because it's an old Japanese pension style building, but we have lots of Sapporo classic mugs, so I'm going to use one of those. I bet you whoever walks in the house in the next half an hour is going to be like, oh gosh, Aurora's been pickling again, because it smells so vinegary. That's it. That's all I need. Ooh, just a little bit of water as well. So the last thing to do now is to basically bang the whole jar to get all of the air bubbles out of the jar. You can see a lot of the spices are moving around. The mustard seeds are floating around up inside. It looks really, really good. So I'm just going to give it a bang. It's not too many in there because I poured it nice and slow. It's really hot. So now I'm just going to screw my lid on. Nice and tight. I'm going to let it sit in the kitchen and everyone's just going to watch it become a beautiful pickle, and I'll come back in a couple of days and we'll taste test. Okay, we're back. It's been 8 days since I made the pickles. I've got a little crew from my house. They're doing haircuts out there, and we're going to crack this jar of pickles. Oh, okay. Oh, no, have a quick smell. Smells pretty pickly. What do you guys reckon?
Yeah,
Let's try it. Okay, I'm going to go in. Who wants the pickle? Oh, Elliot wants a pickle.
Oh, another one. Another one. Oh, double whammy.
Who wants that?
Oh, yeah, go on then.
You gave me a slice.
I'll give Michael a little slice. He's never had a proper pickle before.
First pickle. It's a good pickle.
It's a good pickle.
Is that it?
Thank you.
Alright, I'm gonna try the pickle.
Cheers.
Pickle
Pickle cheers!
Honey,
Oh.
cheers.
It's actually really good.
Get a man's pickle.
You're better, Yum! Garlicky.
Oh, there you go. Now you're.
Man pickle cheers.
What do you guys reckon? Pickles?
Good.
Pickles!
Can I have another one? Go on in.
Splitting some pickles. They're really crunchy. They're really flavoursome and nice and garlicky as well. So I think I did a good job. What do you guys reckon?
I ate 3.
Yay!
Yeah.
I'll have another one.